What is it to be a believer? To know that can't, won't, and don't will never exist in your world. Believers are deaf to the naysayers. Believers know buckets speak louder than words. Spalding is for the believers, because believers are forever true to the game.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. CMU is providing free iPads to help you innovate, learn, and excel. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with a free iPad from the new Digital U. Available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal, with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings. From the courts to the classrooms to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
Wednesday in Kansas City. Top seed in the listed bracket, the LSU Shreveport Pilots, taking on 8th-seeded Harris-Stowe State from across the state of Missouri. They are out of St. Louis. Harris-Stowe State coming in 23-10 on the year, 16-6 in the American Midwest, making their second appearance in the NAIA championship. They were here last year as well, dropped a 2-point decision in the opening round. LSU Shreveport, meanwhile, here for the 15th time. They are 27-4 on the year, 15-3 out of the Red River Athletic Conference, and they average an astounding 98 points per game. You heard that right, 98 points per game. We'll see if the Pilots get out and get running here today as they take on Harris-Stowe State. There's LSUS up from Shreveport. Led by head coach Kyle Blankenship. Brian Dunlap is the head coach at Harris-Stowe State. Check in with the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Harris-Stowe State. Here's public address announcer Mike McCartney. They bring Nate McMaden off the bench. Three ball goes for Benjamin Batts, the senior out of Saginaw, Michigan. 5 up. LSU Shreveport being held down a little bit so far. They're just 2 of 6 shooting. Harris-Stowe State, though, just 2 of 8. Back-to-back games now. Both teams starting cold in consecutive contests. Good face-up jumper from 10 feet goes for Igady. An early man in off the Hornet bench. Face-up jumper short for DJ Clayton. It's a very guard-based lineup for LSU Shreveport. That's one of the reasons they can play so fast. They really don't have much height on their team. Only 2 players taller than 6'6". Neither of them start. Well, there's an unforced turnover. That's what Harris-Stowe State has to avoid today if they hope to spring this upset. Offensive board, putback doesn't go for Clayton. Stopping on a dime, Michael Gregg, but the shot doesn't go. More reserves in for Harris-Stowe State as Brian Dunlap's going to get the bodies in there, get him some experience. LSU Shreveport still cold, 2 of 10 shooting for the Pilots. Open 3 try there is off for Igady. Come the Pilots. Quick shot again. This 3 in and out. Batts wanted a foul. I thought he was hit. Stevie Clark knocks the ball free, keeps it inbounds. Showtime. Oh, mishandled. Or maybe some nerves for the Pilots. They had a dunk and couldn't handle it. At the other end, a Hornet basket in and out for Igady. Back come the Pilots. Clark, pull up 3, got it. Stevie Clark, 36% from downtown with his 75th of the year. Eight to 7, LSU Shreveport. Too strong on that pull up for KJ Johnson. Well, the other reason Harris-Stowe State wants to sub early is to keep fresh legs out there, because this is going to turn into a track meet. Josh Robinson down the baseline for the bucket. LSU Shreveport has not substituted yet, but they are the faster team on the floor. They are used to playing like this. There is a deep, quick 3. Nate Rigmaiden with not the shot probably his coach wanted to see there. Clark from way out. Yes! Stevie Clark from halfway back to the hotel. And Harris-Stowe needs a timeout. Boy, they had their opening early to really start to put their foot on LSU Shreveport a little bit and see how tight they were. But they did not take advantage of it, and now LSU Shreveport has hit their stride. And look where Stevie Clark is on this. That's Steph Curry range. My gosh. Clark, who has bounced around in his career, has found a home here in his final season of collegiate eligibility in Shreveport. 5'11", originally from Oklahoma City. And he can flat out score the basketball. And a travel called there on Dwayne Minor. Again, an unforced Harris-Stowe turnover. Shreveport quickly down the floor. Rakeem Lubin off the bench, unable to connect. Harris-Stowe goes to work into a double team. The first shot doesn't go, neither does the second for Christian Wembley. LSUS with it back. Top seed in the Liston bracket, 27-4 this year out of the Red River Athletic. And a foul on Harris-Stowe. And get Wembley. So 3 shots coming for Josh Robinson. He averages 14 a game, 63% free throw shooter. And between Stevie Clark, Benjamin Batts, DJ Clayton, Josh Robinson, Jamal Ray, somebody's going to be hot in every game for LSUS, if not 2 or 3 of those guys. It's a luxury for Kyle Blankenship, the head coach. They've dropped a first-round game each of the last 4 seasons. They are hungry to spend some time here in Kansas City. Robinson connects on all 3, and it's suddenly 16-7. The points can stack up in a hurry for the Pilots. Foul whistled there as the shooter Stevie Clark got knocked down. Lubin whistled for the foul. Oh, by the way, he averages double figures off the bench at 11 a game. Stevie Clark, 3 free throws. Missed the first short. Make sure to check out NAIA Championship news by visiting the official home of the NAIA at www.naia.org. My apologies, they ruled it a 2-shot foul. Clark hitting the second. It's 16-8. Stevie Clark, nowhere to go, hands it off. This is Batts, now inside Lubin. Back to Batts, 3-ball, foul. Oh, another 3 free throw set coming up for an LSUS player. Batts, an excellent free throw shooter, just a shade below 80%, as Kyle Blankenship gets to coach his other 4 guys for a moment. First 2 are good for Batts. Last year was Montana Western that got the Pilots in the first round in a shootout, 99-94. Batts hits them all, 19-8. Another steal by Stevie Clark, pressuring way out on the perimeter. Ball knocked loose. Jamal Ray with the quick hands. Blankenship says hold it up. Slow it down a bit this possession. These Pilots who don't really need a shot clock try to oblige a little bit. Tough shot in the lane, Robinson. That'll be Harris-Stowe basketball. Harris-Stowe trying to keep fresh bodies on the floor. Tough pass there attempted by Rig Maiden. Gives the Pilots a chance to run. Clark will pull it out. Clark calling the play. Attacks with the left hand. Got fouled hard. Fouls on Wembley, his second. Talk about good free throw shooters. How about Stevie Clark? There's his field goal and three-point numbers. 89% at the line. Almost automatic. Clark hits them both. 21-8. Pilots on a pace for close to their average of 98. $11 times this year they went over 100. Ball knocked loose. Whose ball to stay with the Hornets? Very nearly their 8th turnover. Only 9 times this year was LSU held under 90. A holding foul against the Pilots. It's on Malik Andrus, who just checked into the game. And only once were they held under 80 points. So you're going to have to score to beat these guys, but you've got to find a way to keep their point total down a little bit. Can't expect to score 100 against them. One reason they went 27-4. On the side, Davis fouled on the dunk try. Again on Andrus. He's picked up 2 quick ones. Altez Davis gets a pair at the line. % free throw shooter, averaging 7 points, 7 rebounds. Offensive rebound, but lost in the crowd by Minor. Quick hands for all these Pilots. They average 9 steals a game. Stevie Clark careening into the defender, and possession will stay with the Pilots. And both sides looking around, thinking there could have been a foul. Nothing called. Clark again way out. Minor the rebound. Hornets right to left. Minor kicks it out. This is DeAndre Clark. Missed everything but an offensive rebound. Now Minor off on that 3. Another offensive rebound. Nope, a foul on Harris-Stowe State. And the tip of the rebound against Davis. Nine bodies have played so far for Harris-Stowe State, 8 for LSU Shreveport. Clark, pull up 3, got it. Stevie Clark. 3 of 6 from downtown, 11 points so far. One of 2 Pilots yet to come out of the game. That's going to be another rebound foul against Harris-Stowe State. They get a Getty. Knocked a Pilot to the ground. About halfway through the opening half. Pull up 3, spins out for Bats. Both these teams not shy from downtown. They'll put up in the neighborhood of 25, 33s in any given game. Getty got caught in a bad spot and had to throw it to an opposing player. Stevie Clark, pull up 30-footer. He has carte blanche. I don't think his coach was too high on that shot, though. At the other end, pull up three won't go for Johnson. Davis had the offensive rebound, then had it knocked away. Harris-Stowe State shooting just 3 of 20 so far. It's only 15%. LSUS at 6 of 20, only 30%, but they've been to the line 8 times and haven't missed. Wide open jumper at the elbow. Michael Gregg off target. Nobody can hit for Harris-Stowe right now. Hornet foul on Johnson. Next Hornet foul puts LSUS at the bonus. Token pressure. Pilots handle it. And Davis whistled for a foul as Clayton got to the rim. Two on Davis. First miss at the line for LSU Shreveport. Look at Clayton's numbers. Not great at the line, only 53%, but very active. 14 points, 7 boards a game. Got the second. Good fake and a nice move into the lane by Michael Gregg for the basket. Still a heavy lead for LSU Shreveport. 8.5 to go first half, and a nice drive and finish by DJ Clayton. So many weapons for the LSU Shreveport Pilots, and all with seemingly quick hands defensively. Try to isolate Gregg at the foul line. The minor deep three won't go. LSU Shreveport will walk it up here. Well, you want to play fast. It's a fine line between pushing it too much and trying to save your legs a little bit for possibly a deep run in this tournament, as LSU Shreveport wants to have. Clayton spinning is fouled. It's Gregg's first. Getting the 5th game here on opening day is LSU Shreveport. They would be off tomorrow. Then winner of this game plays at 10:45 a.m. Friday against the winner of the last game today between Westmont and Dillard. Looks like an LSU Shreveport player, Jamal Ray, has some blood on his jersey. They've sent him to the bench. Give the trainer a moment to get that fixed up. Glad you're with us here on the NAIA Network. To keep up with news and notes from around the NAIA, follow the NAIA on Twitter at NAIA and use the hashtag for this tournament NAIA D1MBB. Clayton at the line. Missed it off to the right. Second one, again, too strong. Harris-Stowe State was in the lead early. Struggled to score. Now they've gone cold. Just 4 of 23 shooting with 9 turnovers. Driving bucket goes with the left hand, though, for Nate Rigmaiden, junior out of St. Louis. He averages 10 a game. Now a steal. Hornets on the run, and they throw it away. Numbers on the other end for LSU Shreveport. Clayton, tough catch. Gets it on the second effort. My goodness. But right back the other way, it's Rigmaiden. There we go. Fast-paced track meet. This is what LSU Shreveport is used to. And what Harris-Stowe State would like to try to avoid, but they also want to make this a more chaotic game and force some turnovers from their opponent. Clayton scooping through, sticks the ball between the rim and the backboard. Go to the alternate possession, and the Pilots keep it. You see some frustration on the faces of the Hornets. Even when they do something right, it hasn't always paid off. Bats got poked in the eye. Rigmaiden visibly frustrated. Begging and bleeding. And Brian Dunlap wants a timeout. He wants to calm his guys down, but he also wants to do this. Talk to the officials. Good crowd this afternoon here in Municipal Auditorium. A lot of youngsters were here for the morning and early afternoon games. More local teams playing as we move into the evening. Central Methodist is up next. Short drive. Peru State as well. A lot of fans just come and spend the whole day down here in Muni, and why not? Local high school band performing. That is Central High School out of Kansas City, Missouri. Great atmosphere down here in this building, built back in the 1930s. 87th annual NAIA National Basketball Tournament. Incredible. Harris-Stowe State out of the timeout. Trying to regain their composure after they were frustrated by several calls. Benjamin Batts okay after getting seemingly poked in the eye. Hits the front end of a 1-and-1. Batts 7 points. This is the first of 5 free throws he's tried today. 30-15 though. Pilots doubling up the Hornets, and now away from the ball. A foul on LSU Shreveport's DJ Clayton. Half-court set coming here for Harris-Stowe State. And an open look for Michael Gregg. An offensive putback. Nate Maiden is giving him a lift off the bench. He has 6 points. And Harris-Stowe State really struggling from downtown, just 1 of 11. 3 ball short at the other end, but an offensive rebound as Clark runs it down. Now Stevie Clark attacks and throws it away. Back come the Hornets. 4-on-1. Open 3. Clark missed everything. And they trap everybody in the backcourt. And Stevie Clark falls down. That's a travel. Well, that's what Harris-Stowe State can do. They'll come after you wildly at times. Clark disgusted. Hornets get it in. 5:40 to go before halftime. Hesitation, and down the lane goes KJ Johnson. A blocking foul against Stevie Clark. Johnson will shoot a pair. Junior from Douglasville, Georgia, KJ Johnson, 6'1". Transferred from Florida A&M. Started all 16 games he's played this year, averages 8.5 points. He gets the second. Back to a 12-point game. Harris-Stowe State making a little noise, not letting LSU Shreveport run away. Inside, leaning and scoring is Jamal Ray. It's a token pressure provided by Clark. Knifing into the lane, Wembley unable to scoop it home. Hornets getting back defensively. How about that spin move? Finish wasn't there, but a pretty spin by Josh Robinson. Hornets back the other way, and all the way goes Gregg, but unable to finish. Offensive rebound, Wembley, and he's fouled. Call the foul on Batts. Two shots, Christian Wembley, junior out of St. Louis. Gets the bounce in the second, 2-for-2 trip. Hornets will set up some pressure in the full court. Now they back out of it a bit. Lubin's back in, working the baseline. Won't go. Harris-Stowe State in a good stretch right now. Chance to get it down to 10 or maybe single digits. Minor, tough running shot. Stevie Clark on the handle. Uses the screen. Tough jumper in traffic. Offensive rebound. Wide open look. Bats. No. Offensive board. Lubin had it stripped away. Stop play. As you see, Harris-Stowe State player Dwayne Miner doubled over in pain, clutching his left forearm. Miner to the bench. Harris-Stowe State has been looking to drive lately, and it pays off there. Christian Wembley banking it in. They need to drive it because they're struggling from three, just 1 of 12. But they're back within 10. And now an offensive foul. Lubin in the post, stunned by the call. Two on Rakeem Lubin. Harris-Stowe State could get it to single digits now. Rick Maiden leaning in, can't get it, runs down his own rebound. Good hustle by Nate Rick Maiden. And that's an offensive foul. Wembley called for the charge, and that'll be 3 on him. Defender had his chest out, feet set. Half-court set here for LSU Shreveport. Clayton pulls up from 8. Too strong. Rebound clutched by Altez Davis. Again, a chance for Harris-Stowe State to get it to single digits. LSU Shreveport being held down offensively. Deep 3. An offensive rebound for Davis. Now Rick Maiden. They're off on that triple. They are 1 of 14 now are the Hornets from downtown. Stevie Clark to the bucket. He'll shoot 2. Clark, a demonstrative player, wears his emotions on his sleeve. Foul on Michael Gregg. Clark, 2 more free throws. Now 3 of 3 this half. Make it 4 of 4 and 13 points for him. Both teams have been sloppy though. 11 turnovers Harris-Stowe, 8 for LSU Shreveport. Lead is 12. Quick 3 drops for DeAndre Clark. Well done in rhythm, DeAndre Clark. But at the other end, a lob. Unable to finish was Ray. Hornets back the other way and they walk with it. 12th turnover as Johnson took an extra step. But it's a single-digit game right now. Just 90 seconds before halftime. LSU Shreveport, who averages 98 points a game, sitting on just 34. Clayton, 1-on-1 to the bucket. Got it. Nice job going left, cut back at the last second and scooped it in. Spun it home with a little English. Good fake, and the three drops again for Clark. His third of the half. He has 10. 8-point game. 3-point try short from backs. Rebound batted around and controlled by Harris-Stowe State. They have been the better team the last 5 minutes of the half. Rig Maiden a three. Yes! Rig Maiden cuts it down to a 5-point game. Shot clock is off. Last possession of the half. Can LSU Shreveport get some momentum back? Stevie Clark blocked on the three. Hornets have it. 10 seconds and they throw it away. Well, they had a chance to really make a statement here late in the half. Their 13th turnover cuts into that opportunity. Exactly 10 seconds remaining now for LSU Shreveport. Stevie Clark and company to do something. Down to 5. Clark to the right side. 3 to 2. Inside the arc. In and out. And that gets us to halftime. The top-seeded LSU Shreveport getting everything they want from the 8th seed Harris-Stowe State at halftime. It's just a 5-point game. The high-scoring, high-flying Pilots leading just 36-31 over the Hornets at halftime. A first-round game here on the opening day of the NAIA tournament in Kansas City.
See your future.
There's only one thing that separates the bad from the good from the great, the greats from the legends. Just one thing: obsession. It's a choice, not a gift. It's ruthless, pain, sacrifice. Every athlete has the choice. Hunt or be hunted. It's only natural.
What is it to be a believer? To know that can't, won't, and don't will never exist in your world. Believers are deaf to the naysayers. Believers know buckets speak louder than words. Spalding is for the believers, because believers are forever true to the game.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Harris-Stowe State University, or as we like to call it, Hornet Nation. Harris-Stowe is St. Louis's only HBCU and has provided a quality education to thousands of professionals for 160 years. It's a great day to be a Hornet.
My name is Matthew Amos. I'm from Fresno, California, and I'm an English major at the University of Montana Western. I chose to come to Montana Western for the block schedule. That was really appealing to me, to be able to focus on one class at a time. That makes a lot of sense. Experience one is really helpful. You get to be in a small class size with everyone every day. Everyone here just makes you feel like you're important or special. You don't feel like you're just an anonymous person sort of drifting through the university.
Made an impression on me. It's a real statement that you can come here and be part of something real. You have the opportunity to participate in activities.
Coaches are awesome. It's easy to play for coaches like you're about.
The real experiences at Penn have helped shape who I'm going to be when I graduate. I work harder because I want to be part of the conversation and talks. I am a leader. I am a trailblazer. I'm proud to be a Sixman.
There's only one thing that separates the bad from the good from the great, the greats from the legends. Just one thing: obsession. It's a choice, not a gift. It's ruthless, pain, sacrifice. Every athlete has the choice: hunt or be hunted. It's only natural.
An education at the Masters University is far more than an accumulation of knowledge from one of the nation's top-ranked academic institutions. Through a clear understanding and commitment to God's Word, TMU is developing wisdom and establishing firm convictions in the hearts and minds of tomorrow's leaders.
Getting ready for the second half at Municipal Auditorium. Both teams back out on the floor, 36-31. LSU Shreveport on top of Harris-Stowe State. Stephen Davis with you here. Our Niles Media crew upstairs and hidden here inside Municipal Auditorium. Check out some first half highlights. Sluggish start for both teams. Got to get your legs under you with the short warm-up period between games, but Stevie Clark got going a little bit. 3 threes in the first half, 13 points for Clark, who averages 21 a game. The rest of the guys started to get in on the act. DJ Clayton tapping in his own miss. He had 7 first half rebounds to go with 7 points. So many options for this LSU Shreveport team. Jamal Ray, one of them. 6 players that average in double figures for this high-scoring group. But Harris-Stowe State made a push the last 5-6 minutes of the half. They started to make up some ground after being down as many as 17. Christian Wimbley there with the basket. And check out these stats. The shooting numbers were very tilted toward LSU Shreveport most of the way. That has flipped now. It's about even. 27% for the Pilots, 29% for the Hornets. Neither team hitting well from 3. 4 of 17, Harris-Stowe State. 4 of 15 for LSU Shreveport. But my goodness, look at the rebounds. You know you've got a high possession, fast-paced game. Teams aren't scoring, but a combined 56 rebounds. We also had 21 combined turnovers in the opening half. Harris-Stowe State, 13 of the turnovers. LSU Shreveport with 8. We'll see if Harris-Stowe State can make a push here early second half. Dwayne Miner and company get the ball first. KJ Johnson on the handle for the gold-suited Hornets out of St. Louis. DeAndre Clark freed by a ball screen, but can't get a shot up. Now Johnson. 12 on the shot clock. I think this is as low as the shot clock's gone in this game. Johnson around the baseline. Out to Miner. Nice fake. Gets himself open and hits the triple. It's a 2-point game. 8-seeded Harris-Stowe State back within 2.